Hey. Okay, this video is going to be for your second leg day on your first month of workouts. So you're going to start out doing the same K-band warm-up that you did for your first leg day. So you'll do 3 to 4 sets of that. Then your next exercise, you're going to do some split leg squats. Now I would like you to try and do it the way I'm going to show you right here, and I'll show you a modified way to do it as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab either two things that are about the same height. So like I have a bench and a plyo box. You can grab 2 benches or maybe a chair and a bench, whatever it is. Now when you can, try and add weight to this, so holding dumbbells in your hand, but it's going to be probably your first set you'll just do with body weight. So you're going to split your legs like that, and your focus is going to be pushing through this front foot's heel. Okay, so, and I want you to focus also on going nice and deep. So make sure that these are wide enough so that this front knee is not going super over that toe when you go down, okay? So I want you to go down nice and deep, pushing through that front heel, going down. Okay, so there should be a lot of tension in this glute up front and pushing right through that heel. If you feel like you're pushing through your toes, you're probably not wide enough. Okay, so you'll do 12 on that side, and then you'll switch and do the other leg. So that's going to be, you're going to feel that in your quads a lot, especially going nice and deep. You should also feel it in your glutes. So that's awesome. When you feel like you're getting stronger, feel free to hold some 5-pound dumbbells or 10-pound dumbbells. How you can modify it is really easy. You'll just grab some weight or just do body weight. You'll split your legs just like you were on the bench in the plyo box. And you're just going to go down, come back up, go down, come back up. Now once again, you want all the focus to be on that front foot's heel. So as I'm going down, as I'm coming back up, I almost challenge you to lift your toes every time you come up so that you make sure that the emphasis is going through that front heel, because that is what is going to work those glutes. If you're not wide enough and you're going down, your knee is going to be going over your toes, which is not good, not what I want. So you want to make sure you're wide enough this way. You're going down, pressing through that front foot's heel. Okay, so just lightly tapping the floor with that heel, going down nice and deep. I can't emphasize enough, like with leg day, to really be, you really want to be focusing on always pressing through the heels. Your center of gravity and your pressure when you come up from each exercise should always be through the heels. So with all of these exercises, you should always be focusing on feeling your weight going through your heels, okay? The next exercise is going to be the straight leg deadlifts again. These are so important for developing your glutes. So that's why I incorporate them a lot. You'll be seeing these pretty much every leg day because they're so important. So same thing as your first leg day, you'll use a barbell or some dumbbells, and you're going to just be regular stance, bringing the dumbbells down, then back up. So I'm just slightly bending my knees, then pushing my butt back, really trying to almost fight, keeping them not bent but not straight, locked, okay? So you should feel a lot of, a nice stretch in your hammies. And if you're squeezing your glutes I'm even squeezing my glutes, trying to squeeze my glutes together as I'm down here. And as I'm coming up, I'm squeezing them, squeezing them, squeezing them. You should be able to not only work your hamstrings with these, but your glutes as well, okay? Okay, for this next exercise, you're going to do a backwards lunge, and you're gonna press 10-pound weight or 5-pound weight. I challenge you to do 10 above your head every time you lunge back. So let me show you what this will look like. So you'll hold the weight in the leg that's going to be lunging back, okay? So I'm going to lunge back, press the weight up, and I usually just hold it right here the whole time. Press the weight up, press the weight up, press the weight up. Lunging back, pressing the weight up, pressing the weight up. So this is really gonna work on your balance, and also you should, obviously, you'll feel it a lot in the opposite glute of the weight. So it's gonna work on your balance, your stability, which is all good for developing your glutes and your legs. So this next exercise you're gonna do with a yoga ball. I'll show you after what you can do to kind of modify it and kind of get the same effect if you don't have a yoga ball. I love using these for hamstrings. So let me just show you what you'll be doing with this. So you're gonna do a set of 15 with legs together, and then you'll do right after a set of 10 each leg singly. So you will start, make sure your feet are high enough on the ball every time you do these. So yeah, my feet are right on top of the ball. Make sure your feet are flexed the whole time. And for the ones where your legs are together, you're going to keep your hips off the ground the whole time. So my hips are off the ground, and you're gonna roll the ball in towards you. Just like that. So my hips are staying off the ground. I'm maybe even thrusting my hips up just a little bit as I roll the ball in. Just like that. So you'll do 15 together, and then 10 single ones. For the single ones, you don't have to keep your hips off the ground. You could, it'll just make it very, very challenging. So you can just do a little hop, just like that, roll the ball in. All my pressure is, I'm pressing down on my heel and rolling the ball in. Then you'll switch and do the other side, okay? And you're gonna do 4 sets of that. So if you don't have a yoga ball, you can modify it with some paper plates. Kind of gets the same effect. This yoga ball is awesome though. So let me just show you. So you do this on, like, you know, a wooden floor, any floor that's just kind of slippery. So you'll just position yourself the same, and you'll just bring the paper plates in. So basically, same motion, hips are off the ground. And you're just gonna bring the paper plates in towards you, okay? And then you'll do it singly, just like that. Okay? So basically, same motion, just using paper plates. And you'll get a pretty decent, similar effect to the ball, okay? Okay, this last exercise you're gonna do is a really good one. It's going to be awesome for your booty and for your legs. So make sure you always hit this one really good. So you'll grab a bench, and I would probably grab anywhere from 30 to 50-pound barbell. You don't need that much weight as long as you're really emphasizing squeezing the glutes, like I'll show you. So I typically do about 50-pound barbell for these. So I'll put it on my legs, then I'll sit down on the bench. I'll lower myself down. You want to have like about right where your shoulder blades are to be against the bench. And I hold this right underneath my pelvic bone. And I kind of just hold it there with my arms. And what you're going to do is you're going to go down. You're going to thrust up through your heels. Go back down. Thrust up through your heels, really squeezing those glutes and holding it for a second. Okay, so going down, coming up, squeezing, holding for a second. Going back down, up, squeezing, holding for a second. Okay, and you're gonna do 12 of those. I usually then like scoop myself back. It's kind of awkward, I know. And then put myself on the bench again and put the barbell down. So if you choose to maybe do it with a plate on your hips, obviously that's easy to get off, but I challenge you to do a challenging weight and really squeeze as you push the weight up. Okay, you should really try and hold it for at least a second, trying to almost create an arch when you're thrusting those hips up. Okay, so you'll do a set of 12 with those. Then I would probably grab a 10-pound plate, 10-pound kettlebell, and you will grab, I would pick a seat that's a little bit lower than a bench, but you can use a bench for this. I pick kind of a seat that's a little bit lower because it's just more challenging. So you'll do the thrusters and then you'll superset it with some squat jumps from the box or bench. So basically you're just going to slightly tap the bench and jump up, come back down, slightly tap it, jump back up, okay? So make sure that when you're doing those, you're not feeling your weight pushing through your toes. You should be sitting back in your heels, going back down, touching the bench or plyo box, hopping up, sitting back down, hopping up. Okay, so you'll do a set of 10 of those. So you'll do 4 sets total of the 12 hip thrusters and the 10 plyo jumps, okay? And that will be the end to your second leg day, so it should be another really good one, and good luck with it.